Close your eyes for a minute, close your eyes for a second. I won't change my mind. What does getting deep now? What does getting deep now? Follow me around.
Well, I'm looking forward to this one. Thank you for tuning in, guys. Right, I'm meeting up with somebody quite special on this session tonight. There's no particular species. Anglesey has a massive algae bloom going on at the moment, and that's due to all this red hot weather we're getting. We've had no rain, we've got no storms. Now you think it's the sea, so you know, why does it affect it? Of course it does. You get algae blooms in lakes just the same as the sea, or sea just the same as the lakes, I should say, when you get so much hot weather. And we've had a lot of small tides, so there's been no tide to like push and stir the bottom. There's been no real big winds, and it's been the same wind direction for 3 weeks now. It's been red hot for 3 weeks. So yeah, we've got a big algae bloom which is affecting the fishing. It's affecting the fishing because the fish don't really like it. They go out to sea, and the fish at the boat don't feed, and you get all this horrible slimy stuff sticking all over the lines, and it just does have a massive effect on your fishing. But tonight I'm meeting up with a gentleman that I follow on YouTube. He gets around the country, catches some great fish all around the country, and I'm really looking forward to meeting this gentleman. I'm not going to give too much away because yeah, you'll soon find out in the video, so keep tuned and let's see if we can get some fish together on this first introduction of
Right guys, as I said, I was fishing with somebody tonight, and I gotta be honest, it feels a privilege to have met this gentleman and to have come out fishing with him. So tonight guys, he's actually down there. He's just had a bite which I think he's missed. But tonight guys, I'm fishing with Alex. A lot of you will know him as the well, I think I should let him shout his channel out, to be fair. So yeah, because you know, we're both doing a bit of filming anyway. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to disturb him quickly. He's just reeled in. I'm going to jump down here and let him shout his channel out and say hello. It's a massive privilege for me to be out fishing with this chap. So I'll let him say hello himself. So bring you into the camera, mate.
How you doing? So yeah, out with Tommy today. I'm based in Derby, so fish all over the place really. East Coast, Anglesey, Bristol Channel. But yeah, come out, brought a resident expert with me, and so far I'm the one that's blanking, so even that doesn't help. But if you fancy watching me blank, The Awful Angler, yeah, head on over and see if you like what you see.
So there, guys, The Awful Angler. Absolute privilege. I've been subscribed to his channel for a while now, before I even started YouTube myself, and picked up a few tips really, apart from the blanking side of things. No, honestly, it's great. So we have been fishing for roughly 2 hours.
Yeah, about an hour and a half, something like that.
Yeah, so we have been fishing for roughly an hour and a half, 2 hours. We are on one of my marks here on Anglesey, and the reason I haven't done any filming up to date is because The Awful Angler went live. Now, I've never been part of a YouTube live before, and I've got to be honest, it was quite nerve-wracking. I had to make sure I didn't swear, didn't say anything out of order, and to be put onto his channel was a privilege. So with that in mind, I thought I've got to try and get it right, which I feel I did, because I've caught 4 fish, 3 wrasse, 3 ballon wrasse and a dogfish on the live, so that's quite cool, and I missed 2 bites as well. So yeah, so far we've had, well, I've had a couple of ballon wrasse and a dogfish, and missed a couple of bites. The Awful Angler has had a couple of bites, but we are fishing different techniques. I've started off fishing a 2-hook flapper, small bits of ragworm, so I'm bound to pick up the smaller fish. Where am I right saying Alex? Yeah. Sorry.
I never say it, so nobody ever knows my name.
The Awful Angler never gives his name away. He's a bit of a dark horse, really. So yeah, Alex is fishing. He's gone straight out with big baits, hoping to get a huss. He's not quite sure if he's had a huss before, whether it's been a small huss and he's called it a doggy or not. So my hopes are I don't care if I blank all night. If I can get this man a huss, it'll be a privilege. So keep tuned, guys, and let's see what happens throughout this evening.
Guys,
thank you.
Since I last had the camera on roll and on, it's all gone a little bit P-tong really. I put a big bait out there, did get a bit of a bite on it, but unfortunately I got snagged up on the way in and lost my gear. Then I've just quickly chucked on my spare reel. As you can notice, we're just fishing one rod a piece. So I chucked on my spare reel and quickly chucked out a 2-hook flapper, and has resulted in the disastrous dogfish. So I'll just put this back and I'll come back to you now. So yeah, as I say, since the last on, it's gone a little bit P-tong. I got snagged up. We've got a pair of pots, which I think you can see in the screen down here next to the rod, that keep drifting backwards and forwards on us, so they must have an unreal amount of rope on them. It is a deep venue, this, to be fair, but they must have some unreal amount of rope on them, because they just keep coming straight up across us and they keep pulling back out on the tide. So it's making casting a little bit limited and to what we can do. We weren't actually fishing a rock mark tonight. The plan was to go and fish for some hounds. So we've come out a bit geared up for hound fishing really, with a load of fresh worm, some frozen some frozen crab, peeler crab, worm as I say, and some hermit crab. So yeah, we weren't quite geared up for this, but we're making the most of it. We're having a bit of fishing, and like I say, we was live earlier on and I had a few ballon wrasse in that. It's nice to be out. Look at that sunset, you can't beat that. Look at that for the sunset going down now. So hopefully we can get a huss on screen before the end of this session, but if not, it's not the end of the day. Like I say, it's a privilege to be out with somebody new and doing what I love most, which is fishing. Not as much as my kids and wife though, I must put that in there. I love them more than anything in the world. But he's like, the awful angler's laughing next to me. No, I do mean that.
That was smooth, that was.
That was smooth.
Really, I thought you were digging then, but you managed to wiggle your way out of that pretty well, to be honest.
Yeah, as he says, I wiggled my way on that. Look at it, the man's in stitches over there. Yeah, so it's absolutely great, guys. Enjoying the fishing, new company, can't go wrong. Belting sundown. Let's just hope we can find a huss before it's all over. Ideal, saved a blank.
Well, yeah, it's no horse, but it is a blank saver.
Well done, mate.
And, yeah, it saved the day, that one.
It saved the day. Yeah.
Tommy's hooked into another fish. He's just about drawing back level with me now.
I just guessed what you said there. Something more like, oh no, he's got another one.
Follow him down without dropping his phone and costing him another one. Has the missus put insurance on this phone this time?
That's my mum's old phone.
There we go. I got another wrasse.
Another ballon. Nearly got a wet foot. Lost my lead for it. So I'll just explain something quickly here, guys. I'll unhook this fish and put it back. So another ballon. Takes me to about 7 of them or something like that.
Yeah.
So we'll just put that one back. So you notice that we're fishing quite low down here, which is making it hard to get the fish up. The reason that we've not moved down with the tide is that about 35 to 40 yards out here, there's a big ledge, a big drop off. And if we move down here, our lines would be lying on the edge of that drop off and we just cut our lines. So by staying further up there, we're ideally fishing over the top of the drop off, and by doing that we're managing to get our stuff back, and then when we're getting back over the top we're coming down and dealing with the fish. So that's the only reason we've stayed up there, and that's about it really, because it's flat calm, it's more comfortable down here, but it just doesn't work with the style of fishing that we're doing. So that's another one for me. Cracking sunset, just gone down, so I'll get the rod back out there. I'll go for a bigger bait now and see if I can get something a bit more exciting with some teeth.
Nice one, mate, well done.
Well, as you can notice, I'm back in the car and I've got to put it out there. I've had an absolute fantastic weekend. The fishing hasn't been the best, I'm not going to lie. But how cool is that? I got to fish with the Awful Angler. Now, that to me is a privilege because I've watched the Awful Angler on YouTube, and then out of the blue, he dropped me a message and we were talking a couple of weeks back and etc. And he said, how about getting out fishing together sometime? And there we are. So we've done a bit of fishing together. The video is a bit short, guys, I'm not going to lie, but there is an hour, I think it's an hour long live video on the Awful Anglers YouTube channel, and I'm not going to lie, I was quite nervous about doing it. It was quite cool. Yeah, the weekend's just been great. I'm sure you can tell from the buzz in my voice, even though I still got a bit of a groggy voice, but it's been great. I've met two fantastic guys this weekend. On the Friday I fished with Barry, which is a local angler. First time I'd ever met Barry. We spoke to each other and we had a fantastic day on Friday fishing. Then today on the Sunday I got to fish here with the Awful Angler. It's brilliant, absolute brilliant atmosphere. Genuine people, absolutely great, fantastic, genuine people. And that's part of what fishing's about. It's about enjoying it, meeting new people, and not always about just catching fish. I've had an absolute belter, So the scores on the doors, guys, and I'd just like to let you know, I caught more fish. I caught more fish on both of them. But yeah, I think I ended up with about 6, 7 or 8 Ballon wrasse, 2 or 3 doggies, and the Awful Angler ended up with 1 or 2 doggies. So yeah, I beat both of them on my home ground anyway. So no, it's not about beating people, it's about enjoying it, and I've absolutely enjoyed it. So you know the score and the name of the game. So until next time, you know how it rolls. Keep safe, keep fishing, keep chasing them dreams.